to episode 77 of Big Rebel Geek Speak, your place for all your nerdy needs on BigRebel.com. I'm your host, Lauren, the badass of Borderlands, and with me, as always, is the Baroness of Butter, and Rosanti Alex.
Anniversary butts!
And for our second year anniversary, we've got a very special show, chock full of, well, not quite guests, more hosts. We have the precious Pokemon Pixie Powerhouse Pansy Pokemonica.
Are you presently perspiring profusely?
No, it's cold.
Are you the mighty mistress of mythical and majestic monsters?
What? I never heard that.
The mighty mistress of mythical and majestic monsters. I've never seen that one before. I'm assuming that's an Alex.
No. None of your business who suggested all this names.
Oh, thank you, none of your business. You know I love the alliteration on here. And we also have the jaunty, jubilant juggernaut of Joe.
Hello!
Hello and welcome back. So, we have a huge episode, so we are going to be skipping our time waste of the week because at the end of this episode, we have a bunch of giveaways. We have so many things. Things that you may not want, things that you may want, but we're going to give it to you anyway.
Yeah.
Because
Take it.
It's our 2-year anniversary and it's also my birthday, so
Yay.
everyone gets presents.
Yay.
You get presents.
Everyone gets presents.
You'll get cake.
Bees! You get bees! I get bees! Everyone gets bees! I don't know why bees. Bees. I'm thinking of that gift, but also I was discussing with Coleman the other day that who's watched Black Mirror now?
Yes.
Kinda.
Alright, the last episode, Pride of Our Nation.
Oh, yes. Interesting.
They've actually made mechanical bees to help with pollination.
But it all obviously goes horribly wrong, you know, as these things do.
No, they've actually done it in real life.
Oh, they've done it in real
really?
life now? Oh, God.
Yeah, I found that out this week.
Oh, wow.
And I thought that Charlie Brooker is Nostradamus.
He's predicted a few things. It's like him and Chris Morris wrote Nathan Barley, and that was obviously way before its time because it predicted hipsters.
Oh, God. It predicted the rise of Shoreditch.
Yes, exactly.
I remember watching that. It premiered on my 16th birthday, actually. Funnily enough, I remember that because I was out in the pub and my mate left to go watch it.
What
Nice.
a dick!
No, I completely understand. It's a fantastic show. It's currently on for on demand, so if you have access to that, please watch Nathan Barley. It is a fantastic bit of, I want to say satire, but it's more of a documentary now.
Yeah, these days, yeah. Satirical documentary, yes.
Yes, I suppose. And it does have the wonderful Julian Barrett in it, who I absolutely adore from The Mighty Boosh. Little bit of Noel Fielding, but not so much. It's more Julian Barrett all the way. And a little bit of Richard Ayoade, which...
That's right, yeah. Yeah, you can't go wrong.
Oh, adore him. Right, so getting on to our topic. So this week we kind of have a theme of the more darker and debauched areas of our prospective medias. So, as I promised on last episode, thanks to James breaking me, I did watch Pet. I actually finished watching it about an hour ago.
Was it gloriously bad?
It was nothing, if that makes any sense.
No, it does not. What?
What?
Right. It's an hour and 33 minutes.
Yeah.
And there's nothing in it that strikes a chord. Like, there's sections that you might go, ugh. But I want to say it's a pile of feces, but it doesn't garner that much of a response.
So what's the premise? Because I missed last week's, obviously.
That's absolutely fine.
So
Dominic Moynihan, the lovely hobbit-faced guy from Lost,
Yeah.
he is a worker in kind of like a kennel, not a dog shelter, a pound, that's the word.
okay.
And he sees this girl on the bus that he apparently knows. I'm not too sure if he actually knows her or has just been stalking her for a while. Tries to ask her out, fails spectacularly because he mentioned some stuff that he face stalked her on the internet and found. Then starts stalking her properly, round, and finds out some things and decides to kidnap her and keep her in a cage as a pet to save her. And I'm using air quotes here.
Oh dear.
The twist! Not even Shyamalan-esque twist, just a crap twist. She's more psycho than him.
What? I was not expecting that.
Do you want me just to spoil the entire thing? Because it's stupid.
Yeah, go for it.
It sounds dumb.
Save us from watching it anyway.
Yeah, I did read the Wikipedia while I was watching it because I was getting so bored and I started making a dress while I was watching it. It was that crap. But she turns out the reason he kidnapped her was because he found her journal after he got beat up stalking her. Yeah, so he followed her to a club where she was talking to her ex-boyfriend because she had received flowers at work and she thought it was from him, apologising for him cheating on her a while ago. But it was from Seth, our main character, Dominic Moynihan. So he starts creeping on her a bit, and then her ex-boyfriend beats him up. In the kerfuffle, she drops her journal that she's been writing in, and he reads it. Turns out this girl has been murdering a bunch of people. So he stalks her, sees her murdering people, and decides that for her own safety and for other people's safety, he needs to kidnap her and save her, rather than...
call the police.
Yeah, going to the police.
Yeah.
And she calls him on all this crap, and because he found this miraculous empty abandoned basement in his pound that he works.
Just happens to be there. No one else knows about her.
Yeah, no one ever goes down there. It's not like space at a premium or anything. Hey, it's just an abandoned area.
Human-sized cage in the corner.
As you do. Everyone's got one of those, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he buggers off, starts building it, puts her in it. He brings in this massive cardboard box with her in it into the place at 2:30 in the morning. The only guy that ever seems to be working on the desk, this guy called Nate, he starts hearing things and then it's just the pipes, helps him move the box. Doesn't question it. It's this huge freaking box. It's a delivery. It's 2:30 in the morning.
Dog toys.
Are you dumb? Are you dumb? So this girl starts playing mind games and she's talking to this girl called Claire. At the start, you think they're just roommates. Turns out she killed Claire and it's just a figment of her imagination. She killed Claire because Claire slept with her boyfriend Eric, who they were going to get married, and they were so in love. But apparently not. So Holly drives her and Claire into a ditch. Then they're not quite dead. So Holly pulls out a shard of glass from her abdomen and stabs Claire in the eye.
Nice.
Yeah.
And you see that shot as well.
Oh,
Ew.
lovely.
This sounds like garbage.
Oh, it's utter garbage. That's why, it's nothing. It, elicits no response. I can't even go, well, that's a pile of horse feces. It's just, it exists.
What's the great big denouement? What happens? He's got her in a cage. Then what?
Yeah, so she starts playing Twisted Mind games. Well, that's what they reckon. It's just her flip-flopping, really. Going psycho, smash her head against the cage, going, if you put a shark in a tank, it starts headbutting the side. It's oh, you're a shark now? Then she's oh, I love you, or you don't love you. Oh, I love you, or I don't love you. And then Nate finds her, and she makes Seth kill him, and she's all there rubbing her hands on all the blood and guiding him through how to murder and chop him up and put him in the furnace because he's quite a large man. Then she starts going off her food, refusing. She's oh, you say you love me, but all you do is take, I'm just your pet. I need you to show that you really care for me. Cut off your finger.
Ew.
Oh, jeez.
So he does.
Well, he cuts off his finger.
Why? Why?
Because he's an idiot.
Yes. At least when that dude does it in heavy rain, it's for specific reasons.
It's to prove that he loves it to him. And earlier on, she's oh, if I die down here, how are you going to explain it? And I'm just dude, you have access to an incinerator. And a bunch of dogs. You can get rid of that body so easily.
Yeah.
Stop pussing out.
Also, not to mention that clearly nobody's been looking for her, or...
Yeah.
Yeah, has she kind of been missed at all? I think he's probably doing everyone a favour.
Yeah, she's a crazy woman that talks to herself and goes around killing people. She set a homeless man on fire at one point.
Well,
yeah.
Okay.
Because he scared her, because she turned the corner and, homeless person.
Yep.
Yeah, and of course the appropriate response to that is flamethrower. Okay.
I mean, it works in Alien, but, not so much in other circumstances.
The ending's stupid, worse. So she grabs a knife off him because he's doing it within inches of her cage.
Oh, well, of course.
And then she threatens to kill herself. She puts a knife to her neck unless he opens it. She pushes him against the wall, snogs him, and then slits his throat.
Oh,
yeah.
Lovely.
And then gets out, no issue. But then you flash forward and she's living and having sex with that guy Eric from earlier.
Oh.
Nice.
They're playing Happy Families, and his phone goes off. She checks his phone and oh, you're cheating on me again. But she doesn't mention it. She starts holding onto her knife, but then she just gives him the phone. Goes to a warehouse. There's Seth, mutilated in a cage, still alive.
What?
And she's going, Eric was cheating on me again, and then I wanted to hurt him, but then I remembered how much you love me, and you saved me. Because she takes off all her murderous rage on him. And, like, he's blinded, he's burnt, he's got more limbs missing. It's like, you slit his throat. You literally slit his throat.
Yes.
I mean, it depends how deep it is. You can possibly survive being your throat slit. Now, this is a tangent. I acknowledge that.
Oh, no, that's fine.
But technically, you could survive that.
Yeah.
As a biologist, I was looking at it and thinking, all right, she didn't hit a jugular because it wasn't spurting, but I think they were just going for the movie effect of, like, the waterfall of blood going
like
down the chest.
blood.
There's like, not like the actual blood spurting that you would expect.
Yeah, in the little squirts. No.
Yeah.
Thanks for the sound effect.
It can be like a broken pipe as well. It can go
Nice.
all over everything. Because I actually asked a physicist about this because one of my old students, I said, right, I'm going to speak to this physicist and I'm going to pose any questions you have. So he asked me to ask this physicist, is it possible to electrocute someone with someone else's blood? So if I slit someone's throat and electrocute that person at the same time, could the person like standing next to him being showered by the blood be electrocuted?
I'm genuinely curious what...
Oh no, it's completely possible.
It's liquid, yeah, so it'll carry a current.
Oh yeah, because there's so much water in there, and there's all those different ions and stuff. So it'll carry a current, and the amount of pressure that will come out of the jugular or one of the main arteries in your neck will release enough force of blood to like douse someone, anime style, like psh, everywhere, and you can electrocute someone in theory. If you want to know more, talk to Brian Wecht, Dr. Brian Wecht, or Ninja Brian.
It's certainly an interesting question to have rattling around in your brain.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you know.
No, he was a good kid. He was all right.
Yeah, apart from the madness, he was fine.
I've got the madness and all, so...
I'm fine, and the setting hobos on electricity.
Well, he didn't say, he just wanted to, like, theorize it.
He's asking for a friend.
Yeah, absolutely. But this movie is stupid. Don't ever watch it. I didn't even want to talk about it. I just wanted to, like, alright, it's done now.
It never needs to be thought of again.
Yep.
Yeah. I could have watched 2 episodes of Constantine and that. And that's much better.
Hey, but the promise is a promise.
Yeah, I promised.
And now you've fulfilled it, so it's all good.
Yes.
We read those awful pick-your-own-story romance books.
But they were funny.
No, they were just sad.
They were so bad.
They created a conversation. This one's just like...
Well, no. This one created conversation. Now we know that you can electrocute someone with someone
somebody
else's blood. This is interesting.
But I knew that already.
Yeah, but we didn't.
Yeah, doesn't everyone know that? I mean, come on.
If you wanted to know that, I could have told you. Didn't need the context of this crappy movie.
Well, to be fair, that never occurred to me even to ask.
Yeah, or wonder about.
Yeah.
I mean, technically you could electrocute them if the blood was pooled around their feet, right? And they weren't wearing rubber-soled shoes.
Oh, absolutely. If you electrocute the person who's had their throat slit, can you electrocute a second person with their blood?
And, like, the current carries through the jet stream.
Look, it's just the irony of the guy who is slitting the other guy's throat. He thought, ha-ha, gotcha, your throat is ripped. And then he gets electrocuted. Technically, it's his own doing.
You could be trying to do 2 birds with 1 stone. Like,
I have this electrical cable and a knife.
and there's multiple people I need to kill.
It's like a special puzzle in Hitman Go.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, let's get on to something a bit more interesting, and that gives us a few more thrills. Alex.
Hi, okay, so as you know, we've been playing Alien Isolation for a while, and I think...
Oh, have you now?
I know, right? Surprise, surprise. But I think we're at that point in the game where I can actually talk about it. We haven't finished it yet, but
You're
I have a
nowhere
sense
near.
we're kind of nearing the end.
Yeah, you think that in Alien Isolation. You think you're near the end, and you're actually probably only about halfway through.
Yeah.
No. I had a confirmation a couple of playthroughs ago that we were over the halfway point.
Nice.
Maybe. You still got a long way to go.
That's a huge game.
By a long way, I mean, like, it gets a lot harder.
What? We've been having such a breeze lately. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Things happen. That's all you need to know.
Yeah.
There are occurrences.
Okay, anyways, preface for anyone who doesn't know anything about Alien Isolation. So it's a game obviously based on the Alien universe, and it's set 15 years after Ridley Scott's 1979 Alien. And rather than following Ellen Ripley, it follows her daughter, Amanda Ripley, who's trying to search for her mother and find as much as she can about her and what happened to her. And through that, she gets onto the Sevastopol station, and Alien is there. And that's pretty much all you need to know.
And hilarity ensues.
Oh, whoops.
There's lots of lockers. Lots of hiding in lockers.
And tables.
There's a lot of hiding in lockers. Because they were playing it for Cookies and Booze, there is a video where I had to cut bits of it out because we were in the same area for 2 streams. But pretty much every beginning frame of that video starts with us sitting in a locker.
Yeah, sounds about right. I spent a long time in lockers, just like, he might not be gone. He might. And you stick your head out and then hear him appear again. And you're like, oh, for fuck's sake. And you have to just move and hide somewhere else. So, yeah, he's a bit of a bastard, that alien.
Yeah.
I was too chicken to play it.
I played it for 5 minutes, 2 years ago at Res. And nope. No more. Nope.
I started crying when the humans started attacking.
Oh,
The humans attack you.
Yeah, right in the beginning.
Yeah, because they've gone
Aw.
nuts.
Yeah, they were scared. And like, who are you? Bam, bam. I was like, it's scary.
Yeah, do I look like an alien to you?
No.
The thing about humans is I'm playing with Julia, who's a little bit too trigger happy. Really. And she likes throwing pipe bombs at everything for science.
For science!
That attracts the big boy. You have to watch out for that.
I know, so you throw the pipe bomb, you hide. If something was not murdered by pipe bomb, the alien comes and clears it out, and then we we're just going and hiding away for
profit.
As long as the alien doesn't see you, it's a great plan.
And noisemakers as well.
Yes, noisemakers are a lot of fun, yeah.
And flares too, because you can just chuck them in the corner.
I don't know. We haven't been using them much. It's a lot of pipe bombs and just Molotov cocktails. We just like setting things on fire, I have a feeling.
Yeah. Well, flares technically are fire.
So you don't have the flamethrower yet?
No, we do have a flamethrower.
Ah, you do, yes, yeah.
They're just really rubbish at it.
We're in that point of the game where Alien is not so much the problem as the synths are.
Yes, okay, yeah.
And since, they get burned by a flamethrower, but that's not enough to kill them.
Yeah.
So you either explode them with a pipe bomb. And by the way, for anyone who doesn't know the game, so the alien is obviously the biggest, baddest thing out there. There's not much you can do if he spots you. You can use a flamethrower maybe, but that's still you have to time your flamethrower shot perfectly.
Yeah, and it kind of, all it does is really scare him away for a couple of, for a little while. And if you're not out of the area sharpish, then he's just back anyway. So it's just, it's more of a distractionary tactic more than anything else.
You can't really do anything about the alien except for hide and occasionally use a flamethrower, and the fuel is quite precious for that as well.
You can throw a Molotov at him.
Yeah.
Not tried that actually, huh?
It works in the same way as a flamethrower.
Yeah.
It scares him away for a little bit.
He's like, fire. Scuttle.
Yeah. And then he's like, what the... And then he comes back even more angry.
Yeah.
The second thing that you have to face is the synthetic robots, who are probably by far the creepiest thing ever, because you start walking from somewhere and it's just sitting somewhere in the corner. You can't see anything except it's glowing eyes in the dark.
And it's the way they talk as well, when they're kind of like, what can I do for you today? And you're like, get away, get away.
The funnest thing is when there's several of them and they just kind of take turns beating you up.
Oh yeah, that's fun.
Oh yeah, that's fun. Yeah.
No, it's because they have a priority system, so they won't attack if one is already attacking. They'll just kind of wait,
take it in turns.
So most action video games, they all wait their turn.
Yeah. Oh yeah. All movies.
Like in Batman.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It's like in a movie where there's one guy against a whole group of people and they all take their turn. It's just like that.
But they just stand perfectly still and watch. There was a really, really nice moment when Ollie was playing through it that he was backing up from an android with the pistol, kind of trying to line up the headshot. The android walking towards him. All of a sudden the android stopped and he was like, the android has stopped moving. Oh shit. And then instantly another android came from behind him and started strangling him. Because he'd walked within the radius of the other androids. I am attacking now. So the first one went, oh, wow, all yours, mate. And then the alien came, and then the android just kind of handed him to the alien.
I know, the alien just does not care about the synths. The synths just walking around is like, unrecognized creature, logging you to Apollo.
Sometimes they're like, what a fascinating specimen. And then they just walk off.
Yeah, and the alien's not fussed by them at all. Like, it's got no interest in them whatsoever, which is, because you kind of think, oh, maybe it'll be like in the films, and maybe it'll just kill anything that moves, and you can use it to kill the synths, but
Nope.
no.
No, the alien is not going to help you with the sense. And then the last part is that there are some humans that are hostile and like to shoot at you, and they're usually the easiest to get rid of, actually, because you basically make a bunch of noise, the alien shows up and kills them all.
And they're pretty stupid, the humans as well. They're the easiest to stealth past of all of the enemies.
Whoa, so someone bang, 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 and it's like, oh, crap.
And you're like, shh, don't you know there's an alien here? Jesus.
And then you hear the bonk. It's like,
Yeah, and
well,
you're like,
I'm gonna hide in the locker. Have fun getting dead.
The best is like when some of the environments where there are like no lockers and all you can hide under is like a bit of table. And you're like, this is really not very good at protecting me. I feel quite exposed.
But you know what kept happening? Because at the start, we just hid in the lockers all the time. Because we thought, hey, lockers feel kind of safer there. But the aliens soon learned that that's where we were hiding.
Yeah.
So it started opening the lockers to see it. So afterwards, we had to hide under the gurneys from the table. They're more exposed, but the alien was not as likely to look there.
Yeah, you can't do the same thing all the time. This is one of the things that impressed me most about this game when I played it, was just the AI is so adaptive and clever, and really it never behaves in a predictable way at all. So you can kind of think, okay, well, if I sneak around this way like I did last time, it's not going to see me again. No chance. It learns and it knows your route, and that's one of the things that made it so sort of interesting for me, was just how clever the alien actually is.
It's because it must have I must have seen you get into a locker once.
Yeah.
And then it'll be like,
it remembers.
I will check lockers now, because it's just got priorities in its brain depending on what state of alertness it is, because it might just be like, I'm just booping around, not really on alert, and then it'll have seen you, and then it's like, ooh, I'm actively hunting now, and it'll make different noises, and it'll behave slightly differently, and it will seek you out. And apparently the funnest thing in the development was like, people would always hide under tables, and they hadn't put in the animation for like the alien looking under them. They got people to play it some more, and it's like, and they didn't tell them, and it was someone hid under the table, and the alien went, hello.
And the
person's like,
oh, freak. Yeah.
What? It didn't do that before.
Yeah, it's like, what? Oh, it's so good. Such a good game.
But I can imagine you spot this, because we're playing on normal, but the harder the difficulty, the harder you raise the difficulty, the more you'll notice the AI being different every time as well.
Yeah, I played on normal as well, but I heard that if you play on easy, you can just be stood still and it won't see you. But that seems too easy to me. Like, I think normal was kind of the right level to play this at. I nearly went for the platinum for this game. I thought about it.
Ooh.
But then there's an achievement where you have to get through, or a trophy rather for the platinum, where you have to get through the entire game without dying once. And I was like, that's just not going to happen. You can do it on any difficulty, so you could do it on easy, but it's such a long game, and it only takes one mistake, and that would be it goosed. So I thought, nope, life is too short. I'm not doing this.
Did you manage a non-lethal playthrough?
No, I kill people.
Because you, as long as it's not you pulling the trigger, it doesn't count. You can just.
I can't remember now. It was a while ago. I played
noisemakers. You can just make the alien kill them.
Yeah, I can't remember. I did do quite a few of the trophies, because whenever I play a game that I'm really enjoying, I do think about doing the platinum. So I thought about it a lot of the way through the game, but then as it got further on, I was like, I can't even entertain the idea of this. It would kill me.
Do you imagine doing the bit towards the end with the big Tesla things? I don't want to say more.
Yeah.
I don't want to say any more, because they will discover. But that bit. No. I remember him doing that bit and being like, I just need more bolt gun ammo. Because he's playing it on hard.
Yeah, and there's another bit as well that I won't, because that's a big spoiler if I say it, so I won't go into details, but that would be interesting trying to do without dying.
Oh god, yeah.
So, yeah.
Is that movement over there? Oh, I'm dead.
Yeah, it'd be like, because you'd have you could cheat it, and you could kind of like, if you heard the alien, you could quit out of the game and reload. Which I can imagine a lot of people, if they're trying to do that trophy, that might be how they do it. But where's the cutoff? Like, where does the game decide whether you've died or not? So, I just, considering how long the game is, I was like, no, I can't do that.
They've got, like, they patched in later, like, super easy and super hard mode.
You just run through every single thing, just like...
You could just speed run it, couldn't you? You just cane it through.
if people have played through Dark Souls using some Donkey Kong bongo drums.
That's true, yeah.
One guy used his feet.
That's right, yeah. Well, one guy did it with a dance mat.
Oh god, yes. Yeah.
I mean, he must have been knackered.
You just finish it and you're like ripped. It's like, well,
yeah,
that was
he's
worth it.
like, I am now the fittest person alive.
But yeah, I'm really enjoying Alien Isolation, I have to say. I'm getting more used to the alien being there. I remember when we started playing it, you just hear a noise and you're like, right, I'm going into a cupboard, I'm not moving. Now, I guess having the flamethrower gave us a little bit of a confidence, because now even if we see it around the corner, we're like, right, come here, honey.
Yeah, because what you can do is just kind of give it a quick blast with a flamethrower, then carry on your business, and just, you can kind of, when you have that flamethrower, it does, like you say, give you that little bit of security, and you can just kind of get on with things a bit more.
Yeah, definitely. We enjoy watching you.
Oh, thank you.
I enjoy listening to Ollie scream in pain as you turn down the wrong corridor yet again. He's like, no, the button's on the left. It's like right there. What are they doing? We worked so hard on this next cutscene. I just want them to see it. And I'm like, can we go to sleep, please? He's like, no. They have to find the thing. I was like, okay, well, just tell him what to do. He's like, yes, but there's a delay. On the Twitch chat has such a delay. So he just starts screaming at the phone. It's like, they can't hear you, sweetie. It's like, but they walked past it 3 times.
He has them on Facebook. You could just message them. That'd be quicker.
Screaming is easier.
And more fun.
And more satisfying, really. No, but as I was telling Monica, we found Ollie in the game the other day. He was on one of the wanted posters. And the funny thing about this, when we got to that area the first time, we spent a big chunk of time going around every poster and going, I think that's him, right? I think that's him. And then we came back, and luckily he was watching the stream, because he could tell us, yes, that person who we thought he was, that's him!
What did he do on the game?
He's a producer.
Nice.
So he was mostly angry.
Oh, bless him. All right. So, moving on from one game where you hide in lockers to another game where you hide in cupboards. Joe, you've been playing something this week, haven't you?
Yes, so I've just very recently finished Resident Evil 7.
Which is apparently terrifying.
Oh, it's so good. Oh, it's so good. Yeah, it's one of the best horror games I've played in some time. Probably since Until Dawn, actually. And I'm quite a fan of a good horror game. And I've been a big fan of the Resident Evil series since the beginning, apart from Resident Evil 6, because that made me want to cry. But but it's so much better than the more recent games. It's properly gone back to the roots of Resident Evil. You know, it's properly scary again. And while you look at it, because obviously it's in first person now, and you look at it and think it's actually quite radically different, and how is this going to feel like Resident Evil? But they still managed to make it feel very Resident Evil. So I'm very impressed with it. Yeah, really good game. And yes, lots of hiding.
It looks so scary.
Some of there's some really sinister moments. Like, it's what they've done quite well, and what's quite clever is the combination of Western and Eastern horror. So there's definitely elements from like a Texas Chainsaw Massacre type horror, but also like a Grudge and Ringu type horror as well. And they marry together really quite well in the game. And so it has kind of a flavour all of its own. And there's some brilliant little homages to horror movies and games in there. And it's so good. I was so pleased, because I was kind of like apprehensive about it, because I'm such a big fan of the series, kind of thinking it looks like they might have pulled this off. It looks like it could have been good. And as soon as I started playing it, after sort of the first hour, I was like, yeah, they've done it. It's good.
Have you played it in VR yet?
No, I'm tempted to have a go at some of it in VR. I keep trying to get Diarmid to do it. I don't think that's going to happen.
Sounds terrifying.
No, because I don't have VR at home, and I was quite happy to just sort of play it normally. I'm not really a big fan of VR. It kind of upsets my brain a bit.
Oh, yeah.
But I will play it occasionally. But I have a friend who's been playing it in VR, and I think it's pretty terrifying.
What can you tell about the game? Because is that like the premise of the game, without spoilers, obviously? Because I understand they don't have any of kind of Resident Evil characters in there, pretty much.
yes and no. I won't go into too much detail because of spoiler territory, because it is that kind of game that you do want to experience kind of for yourself. But basically what it is you play as this guy, Ethan Winters. He's just a regular guy, and his wife, Mia, has been missing for 3 years, and he gets an email from her saying that she's at this house and to come and get her. And of course, as any good horror protagonist would, he doesn't even think to call the police or check this out a bit more. He just goes straight to the house, drives up to this super creepy house, and he's like, yeah, I'm just going to go straight in. It's all good. I'm not going to try and ring for help or anything. Oh, what's that? There's a corpse over there. Oh, I'm sure it's fine. You know, and he's just like straight, oh, what's this? Someone's already died. Yeah, great. So he's kind of, then you kind of, again, I'm not going to go into a lot of details because it does take some twists and turns that are quite interesting. It is the kind of thing where you want to sort of experience it sort of for yourself.
No, I really don't.
It has kind of a bit of a classic horror tale going on, and you kind of end up sort of trying to avoid this redneck family that want to kill you for reasons that I won't go into. And there's a supernatural element, and you know, and there's also some of the classic Resident Evil tropes are in there. So like, instead of saving on a typewriter, you save on like an old cassette player this time. There's auto saves as well at certain points, but generally, you know, there's still that lovely manual save. There's inventory management, which of course is a classic Resident Evil standard. Item boxes and all that stuff. There's herbs which you use to make your, you know, medicines. It feels very Resident Evil, just updated for the horror sensibilities of today. And it is quite clever how it's kind of tapped into a bit of a consciousness right now, and sort of is all the more scary for it. So it's very good.
Okay, asking this question because I've been told that we'll have to play this game on a stream as well, so I'll be playing this.
Oh,
Yeah,
you totally
you so
should.
should.
Yes, you definitely should.
Is it mainly jump scares, or what is it?
Not so much. It does have a few peppered throughout, you know, there are a few jump scares here and there, but for me, what made it scary was it has this tone and this atmosphere and this insidious... Alien Isolation is actually a good reference point, because it has that similar sort of horror feel in that, you know, there's something wrong, you don't know what it is, keeps building you up to what you think is going to be a jump scare, but then it doesn't happen, and so the tension just gets unbearable, and it's more creepy, insidious horror than just flat. Like, it's not a Five Nights at Freddy's, it's not that kind of horror at all. It has a lot more sort of a sense of atmosphere than that. But you definitely should play it. It would be great on the stream.
Yeah, well, our current plan is to try to finish Alien Isolation before end of March, which fingers crossed this will actually happen. And then there's no way to avoid it. We're going to be playing Mass Effect Andromeda, and once we're through that, it's going to be Resident Evil.
So it'll be like 2018 then?
Yeah.
Resident Evil,
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much.
So, from moving on from something very dark and atmospheric to something very dark and atmospheric. Monica, you've been watching something this week, and we have spoken about it on the show, but I think this is another reason why Alex should bloomin' watch it.
Agreed.
Monica.
Well, we're talking about Stranger Things. Yay!
And season 2's coming out soon!
Yes, I know. I'm excited.
Yeah, there was a Super Bowl trailer.
Yeah, because we only just finished watching it like a week or two ago. Or...
Oh.
Okay,
Sorry.
guys, I'm letting you all go crazy. All the three of you, because you've seen it. Spoil away. I'll put spoiler warnings on the show. Go crazy.
I can't believe you've not watched it, Alex. I'm surprised
She's
at you.
scared too.
It's not scary.
It's not. Look. I watched it. Yeah, you know me. I'm a massive chicken. Crying at the humans in Alien Isolation. Yeah, okay, chicken. Very much so. I was able to watch it, and it was okay.
And you've been able to play Alien Isolation.
Yeah, if you can play Alien Isolation,
Yeah.
you can watch Stranger Things.
That was A, in the brightly lit room. B,
Then do that.
with the bottle of alcohol. C, with Julia constantly setting things on fire and making me laugh.
Yeah, you can
Nice.
you can watch Stranger Things that way. All of those things are perfectly valid. I watched it with plenty of alcohol.
There are plenty of laughs.
Oh, it's awesome, Alex. You need to watch it.
It's not like that creepy. Like, I thought I would be a lot more scared than I was, but it's not. Like, it's not that. the monster isn't that scary.
No.
Okay, what was that monster? That bit I remember.
It's not really there that much. It's
Yeah.
kind of like a flower
Yeah.
face thing.
Yeah, it's not. You don't really see it that much.
It's just awful CGI more than
Yeah.
anything else.
You forgive that because it's just so good.
Yeah, it kind of works. It kind of works
Yeah.
because of the nature of the show.
It's like the 80s type tropes.
Yeah, but like I kind of wish because they'd got everything else so spot on. Like they got the really nice feel of the movies of the time, and the kids were great, and everything was great. The actors great, the setting, the colors, the cinematography, and then that alien. It's like, no, just give me a dude. If you're gonna use a human-shaped thing, just give me a dude in a suit.
So do you think it's an alien?
No, I mean like a human thing. It's not an alien. It's like parallel dimension.
Yeah, it's like a humanoid type. Yeah.
because it is a dude. It is like a dude with a weird face.
It is. Yeah.
They could have just shoved some prosthetics on, like Beetlejuice style.
Yeah, I much prefer, like, I can't remember what it's
Practical
called. Real
effects.
effects.
Like
Practical.
actual,
there
yeah,
you go.
practical effect.
Yeah, it would have just felt really good. I think it would have worked really nicely. And I think they could have done some like slight stop,
Stop motion.
yeah, like slight stop motion on him just to make the movements look really creepy. And I think that,
Janky.
yeah, like
Yeah.
like have you ever seen House on Haunted Hill?
Yeah.
There's a scene where he's watching the CCTV and there's like that weird nurse or thing that kind of moves in a really junky way. Like that would have been really cool. I think that would have been a lot scarier than like, oh look, it's CG monster again.
Well, we didn't see him that much. It was more the build up to him that kind of killed you.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that was
Yeah.
really good. All the bits when it's like, what is it? What is the thing? Like, where is it taking them? And like the moment when they flipped over the board, when she did the thing, I was like, oh, I know what this is about. And like I'd seen nothing about it before. It's just like it was such a beautiful moment of like flips it, plonks the peon down. It's like, yep, I get this. I get what this is about. This is fine. This works for me.
I approve of this.
I wish it would have been like a Hydra monster, like the little token, because that would have been so cool.
Yeah.
I think that might be next season if you look at the
No, I haven't
the
looked.
Super
Blah,
Bowl
blah, blah,
trailer.
blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, because they said the Demogorgon, because the Demogorgon
Yeah,
looked
yeah.
a bit weird. But then at the end of the first season, when they're playing D&D again,
Yeah.
that they're going against a Hydra monster there.
Ah, yes.
So that's like a hint to next
Demogorgon.
season. Yeah, but like Demogorgon was the first thing.
Yeah,
But the new one's
yeah.
going to have multi-heads.
Oh.
Nice.
Yeah, it looks huge. It's so cool. I can't wait.
Yeah, it's such a good show.
And Eleven's got curly hair in the new one.
Shut up!
Sorry. I just said her hair.
But see, yeah, I want, yes, how? Okay, yeah, we won't discuss spoilers, but how?
Well, I'm really curious to kind of find out more of what are the rules of the universe, because
Yeah.
so it can spawn into the world, but it seems to only be able to do so by like bashing through and entering, because like in all the scenes where it comes into the world, it like smashes through something, right?
The things that I understand is that I think the experiments that they were doing on 11, they kind of created a portal, because when...
Well, it kind of alerted him. It gave him like the scent, so I guess he followed her back, kind of thing.
Yeah, so it's like, because he ignored her until she touched him.
That's right, yeah.
He didn't do anything. So the act of her touching him maybe created a link between the two
Yeah.
worlds, and that's how he's able to kind of sense for weaknesses and then bash through.
Yeah, maybe that kind of he became aware of her psychically, and then it kind of it created a connection, and then or like a bloodhound or something, because he kind of smells blood,
Yeah.
and doesn't like her nose bleed when she used her powers or something, so you could
Yeah.
draw some conclusion that she was bleeding, and he just kind of smelled her and he went for it. But what I don't get is that he kind of seems to be able to bash his way in, but then flit back to to his dimension, like just vanish, so he doesn't have to break back in, which I find a bit weird.
And all the portals aren't constant. So, like, the one that was in the tree, that closed up.
Yeah.
But the one that was in the lab stays open.
Yeah,
Yeah, we don't know if they've actually managed to shut it yet.
yeah, because I haven't really said anything about it. So then, because that looked like a pretty damn big portal.
Oh, yes, just a bit.
just it's just a little bit of otherworldly. It's still good. It's still good.
Yeah, but it's just such a good show. It's Halloween is season 2 is coming.
It's too far away.
So far away.
Oh, there's going to be so many cosplays.
I watched a little well, it's not a Vine anymore, a little like Instagram video of some of the kids cast watching the Super Bowl commercial.
Yeah.
And they was like so jazzed, like, oh, you guys are so sweet.
They are adorable,
They're
those
really
guys.
good.
Yeah, and Finn, the lead boy, I can't remember his name. I think his character's called Finn anyway. He was on Game Grumps a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, that's cool.
Which was pretty cool. Yeah, he did a couple of episodes with the Game Grumps. Which was pretty awesome, I thought.
Yeah, he was cool. I was trying to remember. So that's coming in October. And
Yes.
also speaking of weird and creepy, and when is Twin Peaks coming out?
That's not too far.
Yeah.
I want to say May.
Yeah, I think it is springtime.
Mm.
Not sure.
I need to make my husband watch the original Twin Peaks before that happens, though.
Has he watched it?
No!
He needs to watch it!
I know! Keep telling him!
It's amazing!
If you want something that's kind of creepy and supernaturally and a bit weird, that you don't understand it, I've just started watching Legion.
Oh, I've just started watching that, yeah.
Oh, what do you think of the first episode?
I haven't I'm about 2/3 of the way through the first episode at the moment.
Okay.
So I'm just, yeah, clever.
It's about an X-Men character called Legion, who, from the original comics, he is the son of Professor Xavier, and it's not connected to the X-Men universe as it is right now. It's on its complete own standalone thing. But you're following this character who is Legion. He's in a mental institution trying to sort out his issues. And it's just blooming weird. Like, it's all over the place. And, like, you're questioning everything. There's only one episode's out yet. It came out last Wednesday. Next episode's out this Wednesday. It's just fantastically weird. There's a song and dance number. Aubrey Plaza's in it, which is absolutely fantastic. Dan Stevens, who is also going to be Beast in this summer's Beauty and the Beast. But he looks a lot better in this.
Yeah, that beast looks bad, by the way.
I'm not convinced by this live action Beauty and the Beast at all. Not convinced.
No, it looks awful. She can't sing.
I have a porcelain belle on my shelf. She was my bae since I was little. She was like the ultimate goal because like book smart, everything. Now it's like childhood. Oh.
The thing is, I don't object to Emma Watson. I actually quite liked the snippets of her singing that they showed, but the CGI of the beast is just bad.
That's the issue I had, yeah.
And all the other CGI.
Why is Hugh McGregor a French guy?
Because...
And where's Angela Lansbury?
No, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Nah, not convinced.
And there's a new love story with a feather duster?
Yeah, because I was right at the end of... Oh no, they kind of hinted him get on with the feather duster.
But they've made a thing about it now.
Oh, really? Why? It was just a little bit of cheekiness. Like, it was like, oh, he likes the
Bit of
feather
flavour.
duster because she's a sexy French maid. Woo! Kids won't. This is for the grown-ups.
Yeah, it doesn't so much warrant its own storyline.
Yeah, like
No.
There wasn't so much character progression and depth there. It's like, oh, Lumiere's a bit of a dirty old man, and you didn't get it as a kid. You got it as an adult. You watch it and be like, wait a minute.
Yeah, you watch it now and you're like, oh, hello.
Yeah. Like when LeFou starts like plucking her, and it's like, whoa, okay.
That's a bit rapey.
Yeah, it is a little bit, yeah. But that's the thing, like, it's just, some of these films, you watch them now, and like, the behaviour of some of the female characters is definitely questionable. Like, feminism? Doesn't exist in Disney.
Nope.
No.
Oh no, Gaston just wants to get married and have a bunch of kids, and all the other three are like,
He just wants to bang what he thinks is the prettiest girl, but it's only the girl who doesn't want him.
To be fair, Gaston is a bad character. You're supposed to feel like those girls are a little bit stupid for liking him, right?
Yeah.
And also, if you want a girl to fall in love with you, just imprison her. Stockholm Syndrome is a thing. So
Just like Pets, bringing it back full circle here.
We've made a circle.
Yes.
But I'm going to break that circle in a moment. So Twin Peaks is out 21st of May.
Right, soon.
Dan Stevens is in Legion. He is good in that, so watch it.
Yes.
It's a very good show. Only one episode so far. I'm really jazzed for it. Much better than the other show I started watching this month, Riverdale. Continued watching it. It's getting a little better, but still stupid.
By the way, after we've had a conversation, I decided to watch it just on how bad can it be. I lasted about 5 minutes, and then I angrily switched it off, shouting, "This is pathetic."
Aww.
I've watched 3 episodes. I watched the last episode before I went to Wales on the weekend. And it gets stupider. One of the characters ends up maybe having a split personality of her sister, who might be dead. Who's not dead. She's in a mental institution.
Oh, I'm so tired of that narrative device, honestly.
But her sister's not dead. She's not dead. She's in a mental institution upstate. This is Riverdale,
okay.
The Twin Peak-esque CW show based on the Archie comics.
Sounds dumb.
It is dumb. It's completely dumb. Luke Perry's in it though, so.
Oh my god, there you go. That tells you everything.
Yeah, exactly.
He's Archie's dad.
Bloody hell, time is flying. He's old now.
Oh.
He was old then.
That's true, actually, yeah.
He was like 30 when he was in 90210, was it?
He must kind of look like a bit of a leather old handbag now. Like, you know.
His hair's just going back in a U shape.
No.
Just going
right.
further and further back. He's just getting a bigger forehead.
Age comes to us all.
I suppose
Shut up,
so.
shut up. If I can't hear you, it's not illegal.
Right, so I do have one more thing which does link into our giveaways. It's kind of off the theme of horror of this episode. It is Pokemon, the card game Sun and Moon expansion. I went to the event 2 weeks ago. That's why I wasn't on the show week before last. Completely forgot to talk about it last week. But I do have a giveaway from that. So they've expanded the card game universe with the latest update to the Pokemon franchise, Sun and Moon. So you have all the Alola Pokemons. There are 3 expansions. We have Forest Shadow. I can't remember the other ones, but they're based on the starter Pokemon. So I personally have the Litten one, and there's also a Poplio one. So there's a water-based one, which actually is water and electric. I have Fire and Ground, which is Litten, because Litten turns into a Fire and Ground type Pokemon, because he pretty much, Incineroar is a...
He's fire and fighting.
Yeah, because he's kind of like a wrestler.
Yeah.
So like one of his finishing moves is literally he's jumping into a ring and body slamming someone. And then Forest Shadow, which is the Rowlet one, is purely grass type. It's Pokemon. It's the same. There is a new mechanic called EX, which is kind of like your special moves in the latest Pokemon game Sun and Moon, where you can only use this special move once in your entire round.
Oh, wow.
So you're only allowed to use this special attack once, so you need to plan when you're going to do it, use it at the opportune time. And it's alright. There's new shinies, there's new level ups, so you can get the Mega Evolution type things, but instead of having to have the 3 evolutions and then put the Mega Evolution down, you can just go from the second stage to the Mega Evolution, which is pretty sweet. Takes out the step, means that you can go badass pretty quick. It's good. Pokemon game. It's fun.
Can you save me an Alolan Raichu card?
If I have one, I'll check through my deck. But for our listeners, I have a brand new Decidueye Forest Shadow deck and 2 keyrings to give away amongst a bunch of other things. So, to win... Well, we've got a lot of different prizes, so I'm just going to start off with the Pokemon one. So, to win our Pokemon prizes, you need to tell us what is your favourite Alolan Pokemon and why. Alright, so from the latest expansion, Sun and Moon, tell us your favourite Alolan Pokemon and why. You can pander to us if you want. I have mentioned my favourite ones in the past when I've discussed this game, but that's what you need to do. You can post that on the forums or on the Twitter at BiggerAbout. You need to hashtag Geek Speak. If you're going for that prize, please make sure you add me in at the Sweet Shrimp. We also have a Game of Thrones colouring book.
Nice. You just need red, really, right?
Pretty much.
Yeah, so this is one of the more intricate colouring books I've seen. Like, I opened it up, I was like, what? I personally have a swearing colouring book, which is all kind of filigree and kind of cool patterns like that. Big spaces that you can colour in. This is a lot more intricate, so if you really want time to concentrate, it's a really, really beautiful book. If you don't want to colour in and you just want a cool book to look at, that's also there. It has words in there too, so read them.
Or you can just look at my art. Yeah, the same. Shameless plug.
Alex, do you want to give us a Game of Thrones question for that?
Sure. Tell who do you think is gonna die in the upcoming season of Game of Thrones?
Everyone.
I mean,
Snap.
you could go with this. I'll go for the random answer that's correct.
But also give your reasoning as to why. Because if we don't get a right answer, we'll choose the funniest
Well,
answer.
I don't know the right answer. I'll just judge by what I think is actually gonna happen. Wait.
Give us your answer and then justify it. If it sounds plausible, we will pick you. How's that?
Good.
Alright, okay. Then we have a lot of random t-shirts. We have a bunch of t-shirts from a game called Acrosplat, which is a cute little mobile game where you play blobs of paint and you have to get into a paint can. I played it at EGX. It's very, very fun. We have some Titanfall t-shirts from the newest Titanfall 2 game. We have Dishonored, the newest game. We have a bunch of those. I can't remember the actual title of it. Dishonored 2?
It's just Dishonored 2.
Yeah.
Dishonored 2. Can everybody please stop talking about the Clockwork Mansion? Thank you.
Dishonored 2 Electric Boogaloo. We have Grim Dark Legacy. We have Mantis Burn. We have Destiny Rise of Iron. We have Destiny Taken King. We have a beautiful Last Guardian t-shirt. It is super cute, kind of Ghibli-esque.
I almost don't want to give it away.
Just send it to me. Problem solved.
We have Nature Zombie Apocalypse, and we have everyone's favourite Tornado t-shirts.
Oh my.
Yes. Tornado.
Also, I forgot to say, I have a bunch of codes for Elder Scroll Legends, basically a digital card game. So I'll give those away with t-shirts. If you get a t-shirt, you'll get that as well, whether you want it or not. Enjoy.
We will list the t-shirts again down below in the show notes, but if you want a t-shirt, all you have to say is which one you want and why you deserve it. Funniest answers will be rewarded. We like to laugh. Please let us laugh.
Look, I'm gonna make up a deadline, because that's a lot of prizes to get your hand around and a lot of things to make up and BS your way through. So how about I'm gonna say the cut-off is in 2 weeks' time. So we're recording on the 13th. So 6th of March, I don't know, 8 p.m. UK time, cut-off time. After that, no answers are allowed.
Taken.
And
yes.
then that gives us a time whether we record that week on a Monday or Wednesday to get all the winners together and decide on that, basically.
We will remind you on a forthcoming podcast of the prizes and what you need to do, but to be eligible, you either have to use Twitter or our forums. But you need to make sure you use the hashtag Geek Speak and include @BigRedBarrel in it so we can find you. Yes?
Yay!
Yes. So for episode 77 of Big Red Barrel Geek Speak, we have some shout-outs. Alex, do you want to do the forums?
Yay! Shout out to Stingo and to War Machine!
Monica, do you want to do Twitter?
Yeah, shout out to Will Driver at WillDriver93.
Sorry, there's no more for Joe to do, so you have left out.
That's good, because I was not prepared. I was like, what's happening?
That is absolutely fine. If you would like to get in contact with us, you can go to bigredbarrel.com and say something nice on the forums. You could go to Twitter @BigRedBarrel and use the hashtag GeekSpeak. You can also use our personal Twitters. I am @TheSweetShrimp.
I'm a Dusted Tulip _
I was gonna let Joe go first.
Oh,
I was waiting for that.
yeah, I'm @PixelRitual.
I'm at Monica_Ion.
You can also go to Facebook, facebook.com/Big Red Barrel. Give us a nice little comment there. You can also go to the Big Red Barrel Gamer Nights group, where lots and lots of people talk and play games. They make friends, they play games, sometimes they get codes. A lot of people are, I think, playing GTA tonight on the 13th, on Galentine's Day.
Oh yeah, Galentine's Day! Happy Galentine's Day!
Happy Galentine's Day. Also, people have been playing lots of GTA. We've had lots of Overwatch, just to name a couple of games. You can also go onto iTunes and give us a 5-star review, which would be preferred, but give us whatever you think. Just leave us a little comment so we know. You can also go to Loading Bar on Tuesday. So Loading Bar is in Dalston in London town, and we have a special event called Tabletop Tuesday. Every Tuesday you could win a new featured game. We bring people along. They play the games. We have people who actually show the games. So our February, our Valentine's Day one, we actually have the developers of a brand new game coming along and showing it. Alex spoke about it this week. Alex, do you know the game for next week, which will be, what is the date? The 21st of February.
The next game for the 20th of February for Double Up Tuesday is a little push your luck dice game called The Lord of the Rings Journey to Mordor, where you take on a role of one of the 4 hobbitses and you're trying to get a ring to Mordor without being caught by Nazgul. It's actually quite a bit of fun. I suspect it's better played with 4 people because it might become a bit too brutal with less people, but I've played it a bit. It seems exciting. Plus, hobbitses!
Hobbitses! Oh.
So you can win that game just by playing it that very evening. You don't have to win your round. You can be captured by Nazgul. That is fine. You just let us know you played it, and by 10:30 that very evening, it could be yours. Just tell Tim, he's usually the shouty one, or Alex, because Alex also controls the Tabletop Tuesday Instagram page. You can go over to there. You can go see all the pictures of our winners, plus the event itself. We also have a meetup group, which is thousands of members strong, so you can go find out some people there, or if you want to know anything more about the event, you can go to bigredbarrel.com. Top left-hand corner of the front page, we have a static post, and all the information is then there. You can ask any questions, find out more information about the game, or any of the other games we have at the site. Have I forgotten anything?
No.
So, for our 2-year anniversary episode and episode 77 of Big Red Barrel Geek Speak and Galentine's Day, I have been Lauren.
I have been Butt.
I've been...
I have been... Sorry.
No,
go.
you... Alright, at the same time.
I have been Joe. Sorry.
Okay, 1, 2, 3.
I have been Joe. Professional. So professional.
And also my 29th birthday, and we bid you goodbye.
Bye.
But.
You and your ears are quite welcome for the podcasting goodness that you just heard. Why not roll on over to BigRedBarrel.com for more podcasts, news, reviews, and videos from the biggest, reddest site on the internet, BigRedBarrel.com.